Have you ever dreamt of making your own journal? Me too! In today's video, we're assembling this little bad boy, my next journal. Let's go ahead! I've been journaling in the Big Happy Planner for 1.5 years now, and I had the best time with it. It's just a small space for journaling every day, so it's a bit less pressure, and of course I got to decorate the vertical spreads, which are kind of my comfort zone. Instead of buying another Happy Planner though, I thought I'll make my own for the upcoming 6 months. I don't know why, but it totally seems like the Happy Planner is releasing better planners when they start in July and last for 1.5 years, so this will be a fun break and I'll get to use some of these supplies I got. I have these amazing pink leather covers from Live Love Posh that I've been saving for just this occasion, it seems. It's rare that you have to use your own covers, and I like sticking to the ones with the Happy Planner. And I also have this undated horizontal paper from Live Love Posh that's meant to last 6 months, the perfect amount. I'm not gonna lie, it feels a bit daunting to use a horizontal layout, but it also makes sense as ideally I'm meant to write horizontally too. Feels like very limited space though, so we shall see what's coming of it. Might have to use a few boxes here and there and cram the information as I would. Will teach me not to blabber on for too long. I've assembled it all together and I've used some of these small discs I took away from my Go Wild planner since I wasn't able to go anyway. Now that I've got this assembled, thought it's best to move on to some sort of a title page, and I want to have a couple of custom pages for my journal as well, not just jump straight into it. For my title page, I thought it'd be fun to use these thank you cards from Live Love Posh as well. Everything is from them, just seems so much better to stick with one brand I love the most here. I never use these thank you cards for anything, but I think the design is very pretty, so it was a bit of a shame to let it go to waste. Once I stuck these on, I thought it'd be good to make some sort of a title, and I just went with the dates for this journal so I can easily remember what was the time of it, and also covering that bit where the two cards meet just makes it a little less apparent, even if the white doesn't stretch all the way through. Next page I really wanted to have is a mood tracker. I had so much fun with this one in my previous journal, so I thought to carry on with this. I printed a free calendar for 2025 I found on the internet and thought I'll decorate all around it, as I only need about half of it for this journal since it's only 6 months. I may or may not, but definitely did, go a bit overboard with the florals here. Every time I use my own hand to letter is not ideal either. I first chose this bright blue pen and quickly regretted it, and then covered it up and chose another nicer fitting pen, but I'm still not 100% happy with this. I feel like the bigger letters would have been better, but it is what it is. At least florals are very pretty here. I also noted down my mood and the corresponding color. I use these cheap Zig marker as they're still quite vibrant and my poor Zig markers have faded out a bit. I have to order new ones, but I do like the bright colors too and was unable to find Zig markers in these. If you guys know where, let me know. I stuck with the same moods as for my previous journal, which is more like color-coded events. It's productive or lazy day, date night, social event, amazing day, work was okay. And I used to have hate my job for a mood, but now that I don't hate my job anymore, I'd stick with work was a bit crazy. For those days that crazy people come in. I tried to choose kind of like a matching tones here too. Another couple of pages I want to have is kind of like an agenda of all the bits I had on, to mark all of the events, and that is kind of like a year in a glance. I thought 3 months per page would be so good, so chose an appropriate floral to go with it. For winter months, it was from the winter sticker book, and from spring months, it's of course the spring sticker book. Couldn't have it any other way. Then try and date it from the bottom up, which turned out I don't even have that much space, but thankfully it all fit fine, and use these narrow little boxes for the month as well. I usually have some sort of a leftover ones, as I only ever tend to use them for my monthly pages. I think they're more of a header kind of box, as there's really not that much that fits inside here. I think these turned out quite cute, much better when it's more minimalistic than my poor mood tracker page. Hopefully we'll fill them with all sorts of adventures. Next thing I really needed was dividers. You may have noticed that I'm literally copying the Happy Planner here. Whoops, guilty. I briefly considered using the leftover dividers from other Happy Planners I had and stuck them together with this first page, as it quite frankly seems a bit unnecessary, as I don't really know what to track and I don't really have any special dates. But I thought I'll maybe let it live for now and use it as an extra memory keeping piece if I needed to. I could use my leftover scrapbook paper and cover the bits I don't want and use it as a kind of like a currently page. I've not been keeping well with my currently pages, always found some sort of other use for them, so this could be a good chance to actually get back into it. We shall see. For my dividers, I thought I'll use the extra ones that came with the memory keeping planner in the adventure box. I actually never use them for memory keeping as they seem so precious also. I never just do one photo, but for my journal I can also print an extra photo or two to summarize the month. I bought 2 of these journals, so it took away 4 dividers from one and extra 2 from the new one. I think this works out pretty well. For the pages themselves, I think it'll be kind of like a trial and error sort of a setup. But I thought I'll start with January 1st and then add these page flags as the number anchor. And I had this stating kit from another planner I never used, or rather I used the pages but didn't use the stickers. The blessing, eh? You could just use these numbers throughout the journal for some continuity. I think I'll see more as the weeks go, and I think this has enough of these pages that if I needed to use extra space or 2 per day, this should be fine. If there's anything exciting happening. I think I'll leave one extra, one free, and decorate it with stickers and that to separate my weeks. Actually super excited about this journal now, should be good fun. That's what I love about the ring system, so customizable and was fairly easy to assemble my own journal. And the covers are just so nice, so yes, very excited for 2025 now. Are you using a journal for next year? Let me know in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed this video, you might also want to check this one out. That's my classic Happy Planner setup. Thank you so much for watching, and I shall see you in my next craft session.